Good morning, students. Welcome to session 38 of chapter direct and inverse proportions. Okay. So far in the last session we have covered first three sums, right, of exercise 10.3. Today we will get into fourth sum. So what is given? A tank can be filled by 5 pipes in 80 minutes. So a tank. So what is saying? Pipes and number of hours it took. 5 pipes can take 80 minutes, right? 80 minutes, or take it as minutes. 5 pipes can take 80 minutes to fill the tank. How long will it take to fill the tank by 8 pipes? If the pipes are increased, time will be, we don't know, so we are assuming it as x time, x minutes. So if 5 pipes are taking 80 minutes of time to fill a tank, how much time it will take if the pipes increase to 8? So obviously the time will be reduced. When the number of pipes increased, time will be decreased. So see, this is pipes. When pipes are increasing, okay, what the times will comes down, right? So this is called inversely proportional, right? So let's see the solution. Okay. Time taken to fill a tank. Time taken to fill a tank by 5 pipes. By 5 pipes is equals to 80 minutes. Right? Next. Time taken to fill same tank by 8 pipes is equal to, as we don't know, we'll take it as x minutes. We'll take it as x minutes. Okay. Now, what do we need to find out? We need to find out this x. Now, let's keep this in a tabular form. So, let me write down pipes and time in minutes. Okay, time in minutes. Now 5 pipes will take 80 minutes, 8 pipes will take x minutes, right? Now this is y terms and these are x terms. So this can be x1, x2, y1, y2, right? Now here we can say pipes are directly proportional to 1 by time. Simply x directly proportional to 1 by y, right? Now x1 is equals to 5, x2 is equal to 8, y1 is equal to 80, y2 is equals to x. Okay. Now let's see. So in inversely proportion, the formula which we have is, write on a step as it is inversely proportional x1 by x2 is equals to y2 by y1. Let me write it on here. So what is the next step? x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. What is x1? 5. 5 into what is y1? 80. What is x2? 8. What is y2? X. So keep x at right hand side and get everything to LHS. So 5 into 80 by 8 is equals to x. 8 ones, 8 tens. 5 into 10 is 50. 50 is equals to x. So we got x value, right? So 5 pipes will take 80 minutes to fill a tank. 8 pipes will take 50 minutes to fill a tank. So here we got answer as 50. Right? Write on the last step. Therefore, same step. Time taken to fill same tank by 8 pipes is equals to 50 minutes. Write on the same step. After this step, keep therefore and write down this step again, and in the place of x put 50. That's it. Okay? So this is your first sum for today. Let's see the other one. So, next one. A ship can cover a certain distance in 10 hours at a speed of 16 nautical miles per hour. So, a ship is going in a river and or in a sea, whatever, okay, 16 nautical miles per hour. So, if it is travels for 10 hours, okay, per each hour, it is covering a distance of 16 nautical miles. Nautical miles is nothing but, see, if a ship is traveling in sea, the measurement, the units is called nautical miles. Okay, the measurement, the measurement will be in units, right? So that will be, if it is in a sea, that will be considered as nautical miles per hour. Okay, simply. See, here it is given a nautical mile in a unit of measurement used at sea distance. Okay, that measurement is called nautical mile. Okay, so what it is saying? This is time 10 hours. For 10 hours, it is covering 16 miles per hour, right? Distance for 10 hours it is 16 miles per hour. By how much should its speed be increased so that it takes only 8 hours to cover the same distance? See, for 1 hour it is covering 16 miles. For 10 hours it will be 160, right? Totally it will be 160 miles. Total the distance is covering by 160 miles. To cover the same distance 160 miles, and it should take only 8 hours of time. To cover this 160 miles, it is going at a speed of 16 miles per hour, then it takes 10 hours. So I have only 8 hours of time to reach my destination. I have only 8 hours and I should reach this destination by 8 hours. So at what speed I should go? Okay, at what speed I should go? Or simply I can tell you to understand, I am going some place, I am going to some place in a sea. I have 10 hours to go there and I am going at 16 miles per hour to reach my destination, which is 160 miles from here. Okay, but in return I have only 8 hours of time. I have only 8 hours of time. Then at what speed I should come in that boat, in that ship? At what speed I should come? That we need to find out here, right? That we need to find out. Simple again. This is the time, this is the distance, x1, x2, y1 and y2. Every problem is easy if you write like this. Time is x1 and x2, distance is y1 and y2. And you will be having the formula, as you know, inverse proportional. See, when we have more time, right, The distance is 16 miles per hour, right? If you are increasing time, if you are decreasing time, the speed will get increased, right? If you are riding your bike fast, you will reach your destination very quickly. If you are riding your bike slowly, you will reach your destination. It takes more time, right? So inversely proportional. Time is inversely proportional to speed, right? Sorry, this is not distance. This is speed. Time is inversely proportional to speed here. So let me write it down. Distance covered by a ship, in 10 hours is equal to 16 miles per hour. Next, distance covered by same ship in 8 hours is equal to x miles per hour, right? Let's keep it in a tabular form again. First, time and speed. Time and speed. So first we have 10 hours, right? We are covering 16 miles per hour. Then we have only 8 hours and we are covering x miles per hour, right? Now, time, take it in a x and speed in a y. So this is x1, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. And the formula we have is x1, y1 is equals to x2 and y2. Or we write one more step here. So write down time is directly proportional to 1 by speed, or we can say x directly proportional to 1 by y, right? From this, x1 is equal to 10, x2 is equals to 8, y1 is equals to 16, y2 is equal to x. The formula we have is x1 by x2 is equals to y2 by y1. Now x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. 10 into x1 into y1. 10 into 16. 10 into 16 is equals to 8 into x. 10 into 16 by 8 is equal to x. 8 ones, 8 twos. 10 twos, 20. 20 is equals to x. Now we got x value as 20 miles per hour, right? But see, what he asked us, how much should its speed to be increased? How much speed the ship should be increased to reach the destination by 8 hours, right? But here see, in 8 hours it is reaching 20 miles per hour. In 8 hours it is reaching 20 miles per hour. But compared to this one, at what speed this is going? Okay, how much speed it increased? For 10 hours I am going at 16 miles per hour. For 8 hours I am going at 20 miles per hour. What is the speed increased here? Which means 20 minus 16, right? Write down speed increased by a ship to reach, okay, speed increased by a ship to cover the distance is equals to 20 miles minus 16 miles is equal to 4. So it increased to 4 miles per hour, right? 4 miles per hour to reach the destination in 8 hours. Okay, so that will be your answer right now. Therefore, speed increased by a ship to cover the distance is equal to 20 miles per hour minus 16 miles per hour is equal to 4 miles per hour. Okay, that is your second sum. Next, we'll see the other one. Very easy sums. Just you need to practice twice or thrice until you get these sums. Next, again same question as similar to the fourth one. 5 pumps are required to fill a tank in 1.5 hours. How many pumps of the same type are used to fill the tank in half an hour? Same pumps, time. 5 pumps are required. Sorry, 5 pumps. Yes, 5 pumps are required to fill a single tank. Okay, the time is 1 by 2, which is 2 ones 2 plus 1 3. 3 by 2 hours. 3 by 2 hours. So what is saying? How many pumps of the same type are used to fill the tank in half an hour? And he is giving only half an hour time. He is asking us to fill the same tank. He is saying that how many pipes you require? I don't know. I said him I required X pumps. Okay, I required X pumps. So as he don't know, see, I will tell you clearly. Okay, I need a water tanker. Okay, assume a water tanker is nothing but a pipes. Okay, and I have few tanks at my home. Okay, I have few tanks at my home, and I need a water tanker. I need few water tankers, not one, few, which means some water tankers. Okay, so initially I asked him to fill all of my tanks which I have at my home. Okay, so he said, sir, you will take 5 water tankers to fill them. Okay, to fill all of those tanks, and it will be taking 3 by 2 hours, which is 1.5 hour time. But I said I don't have that much time. I don't have 1.5 hour time. I'll give you only half an hour time. I'll give you only half an hour time. Then what he will say? Then he will say the tank should be increased. I mean water tankers should be more. Okay, how many? Then he said I don't know. I'm not sure. Then I need to find out this X, right? I need to find out this X to say how many water tankers do I need to fill all of my tanks which I have at my home. Okay. So as same as it is inversely proportional, when the tanks is increased, time will be decreased, right? Clearly we can say what number, whether the number which comes here will be more than 5 or less than 5. Obviously we can say it is more than 5, because here we are decreasing time from 1.5 hour to we are coming to half an hour, which means we need more tanks, which means it will be 5 plus X. Let's see. Thanks. Again, time taken to fill a tank, same as fourth sum, by 5 pumps is equals to 1 by 2 hours, which is equals to 3 by 2 hours. Next, time taken to fill same tank by, okay, we need to find out pumps here, right? I'm sorry. We need to find out the pumps. Okay. Whatever we need to find out, we should start the sum with that. Okay. We need to find out pumps, right? Write down. Pumps required to fill a tank. To fill a tank in 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour. In 1.5 hour is equal to how many? 5 pumps. Next. Pumps required to fill same tank in half an hour is equal to, we don't know, we are assuming it as X pumps, right? We are assuming it as X pumps. Now we'll see, let's see. Let us write in a tabular form. First I am writing pumps, then I am writing time. This will be X, this will be Y. Okay, and we know this will be X1, this will be X2, this will be Y1, this will be Y2. So how many pumps do we have? First 5 pumps, next X pumps, right? And time will be first 1/2, next 1/2, right? 1/2. Now write down X1 is equal to 5, X2 is equal to X, Y1 is equal to 1/2, Y2 is equal to 1/2. And we know that, okay, write down, we have one more step. Here X directly proportional to 1/Y, right? As pumps is inversely proportional to time. Now we have formula X1 X2 is equal to Y2 by Y1. Now X1 Y1 is equals to X2 Y2. X1 is 5 into Y1 is 1/2 is equal to X2 is X into Y2 is 1/2. So this I am writing as 5 into 2 1s 2 plus 1 3. 3/2 is equal to X into 1 X by 2. Now 5 is 15/2 is equal to X by 2. Now what I am doing? I am taking this denominator 2 to LHS. It becomes 15/2 into 2 is equal to X. This 2 gets cancelled. Now 15 is equal to X. Right? X is equal to 15. Okay. So how many pumps we require to complete in half an hour? We require 15 pumps. Write down. Therefore, pumps required to fill same tank in half an hour is equal to 15 pumps. Right? That's it. Now let's see the seventh sum. If 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, workers time. 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours. How many workers will require to do the same work in 30 hours? Right? In 48 hours, 15 workers can build, okay, in 48 hours. What? I don't have time. I'll give them only 30 hours. So what they will say? Then the workers will be needed more, right? So as we don't know, this will be X, and the time is decreasing. I'm giving them less time so that they need more workers. So workers will increase when time is decreasing, right? Workers will increase when time is decreasing. So let's sum again on this. Okay. Workers needed to build a wall. Workers needed to build a wall in 48 hours. Is equals to 15. Right? Next. Workers needed to build same wall in 30 hours is equal to, as we don't know, it is x. So let us write in tabular form again. Workers in x, time in y. Okay. Now, how many workers needed? 15 workers. What will be the time they take? 48 hours. What if I give them only 30 hours? The time will be increased. How much? We don't know. Well, let us take it as x. This one will be x1, this one will be x2, and y1 and y2. Right? Similarly, x directly proportional to 1 by y. As we know, x1 is equal to 15, x2 is equal to x. y1 is equal to 48, y2 is equal to 30. Right? Now, what the formula we have for inversely proportional? x1 by x2 is equal to y2 by y1. Remember, I am telling you, this is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay? If you write y1 here and y2 here, y1 in the numerator and y2 in the denominator, definitely you will get the wrong answer. This should be very, very important. 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay? Now, x1, y1 is equals to x2, y2. Now, 15 and 48, right? 15 into 48 is equals to x into 30. 15 into 48 by 30 is equal to x. 15 ones, 15 twos, 2 ones, 2 24s. X is equals to 24. Right? So, 15 workers can complete the work in 48 hours, and to same work to build, they need 24 workers to build in 30 hours. Right? So, this is your answer. Finally, write on the last step. Therefore, workers needed to build same wall in 30 hours is equals to 24. They need 24 workers to build the same wall in 30 hours. Right? Got this right? So, we have done this with the 4 sums for today. Let's stop here. Let's stop the session here. And we'll see the remaining sums in the next class. Okay? If you have any doubts, just reach out to me. Okay? Thank you.